You are listening to the Wild Man Podcast.
Thank you for choosing the Wild Man Podcast. Today, our guest is Alex from Undeath.
How's it going? Good to be here.
So, my first question, and you probably get this a lot, what was your inspiration for your vocals?
For my vocals, wow. No, I actually don't get that a lot. It's a good question. Um, I don't know. I was in dance for a while before Undeath started, and I kind of just always tried to do my own thing. And I think when Undeath started rolling, and they asked me to be the front person in a death metal band, I hadn't really had any experience being in a death metal band before, so I just kind of tried to emulate other singers that I liked while still putting my own twist on it, I guess. So that was people like Corpse Grinder, John from Dying Fetus, Ross from Immolation. And then, yeah, just keeping those inspirations in mind and just doing whatever came out naturally. I guess that's kind of the long and short of it.
Oh, yeah, your vocals are like top tier. Like, I feel like there's a mixture of like death metal and hardcore, if that makes sense.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, I think that's definitely true. I came up going to punk and hardcore shows just as much as I came up going to death metal, black metal, grindcore shows. So that influence is absolutely in there.
Oh, yeah, like I seen you guys a couple times. I think the first time I ever seen you guys was at Metal Beer Fest in Philly.
Mm, yeah, that was a fun one. Yeah, I the hardcore thing is funny because when I first started singing in bands, I developed this habit that I'm still trying to get out of where I just don't warm up at all and I just get on stage and rip it. And, we're 2 days into this 2 month long tour and my voice is already destroyed, as you can hear. So it's been a work in progress, but, it comes and goes and you just got to ride the wave.
Yeah, like definitely, you guys are definitely picking up a lot of traction recently. I feel like with the new latest album you guys did, it got you guys from like you guys were going steady, then it like skyrocketed you real quick.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it was a fun process recording More Insane and putting it out. It was the most time we'd ever spent in the studio working on anything before. It was just a really cool experience getting to work with Mark on that record, and the response to it was great. We go into every record not expecting it to be like, okay, this is the one that's going to do X, Y, and Z thing for us. It's just these are the 10 or 11 songs that we feel the best about right now. Let's go in and track them. And, hopefully the people that liked our last record like this one too. And the response was, we were very honored by it. So we're stoked about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I think like so I'm only 45 minutes away from Iowa City where you guys are playing tonight. And like I never going through my local record store and like they have a section for like metal and it's like huge. Like you could dig for hours and find new stuff. And I remember they have a section called it's for the new stuff that just came out, and I found your guys's. I was like, this stuff is top tier.
Nice. Yeah, man, that's dope.
Then like the owner was all like this, you should put up a few records you recommend, and I put you guys up, Bog up, and like a few other people, and like they said it sold out in like 2 minutes after I
Whoa.
put it up, and I was like, I don't even
Cool.
work there.
Yeah, I mean, people trust your recommendation. That's a good thing.
And like like I think it's funny. Like my roommate's in a band. He's in a band called Intigament, and I feel it's funny. Like Alex's are in both bands. Like every Alex I meet is in some type of band.
It's goes with the territory, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure when my parents named me that, they assumed that I would be in a death metal band someday.
Yeah, I give him crap because his mom named him after his mom's from Germany. So his real name, he's probably gonna kick my ass for saying it on the internet, is Alessandro.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. My full name's Alexander. I mean, I went by that for a little bit just because I thought it sounded hard, but now I'm back to just Alex.
So my question, next question is for you is when you write lyrics, what are some of the inspirations do you look into? Do you like write about like the current topics in the world, or do you watch like horror movies or stuff like that, or a mixture?
Um, it's funny. Kyle, our guitarist Kyle Beam, he actually writes most of the lyrics in the band. I kind of just take a back seat in that process, and when they're done, I'll pop my head in and give advice or critique where I think things could be changed or tighter or whatever. But for the most part, it's him and Tommy, our bassist, has written some lyrics for some songs before. Jared, our other guitarist, has written some lyrics, but my role in that field is typically to just add swear words or like make things grosser, or, more extreme, I guess. But um as far as lyrical topics go, we don't gravitate too far from the source material when it comes to death metal. We just write songs about blood and guts and scary shit, and that's it's worked well for us so far, so we try not to gravitate too far from our wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, like definitely like death metal. I think Jamie Jossa says it best. It takes you to the imagination that you can't really commit. Like you can write about murder and all this all messed up things, but you can't act upon it. But like it takes you to that imagination. It's like a story.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at a little promo picture of Obituary or Cannibal Corpse, like those guys aren't serial killers. Those guys aren't felons. They're just teenagers from Buffalo and Florida who like horror movies and Repulsion and Celtic Frost. So yeah, it's all fantasy. It's all make believe. But that's why you play this music, so you don't act on those fantasies in reality.
Let's hope not anyway.
Yeah.
So my next question is, are you guys working on a new album?
Yeah, we actually have a new album recorded. We recorded it back in March, so not that long ago. We just ripped through it. We recorded it in like 2 weeks with Colin Marston down in Pennsylvania. Um, and Colin's worked on records from bands like Artificial Brain, Gorguts. He's in Gorguts, Defeated Sanity. So that was great, and I probably can't disclose too much more about that right now. But as much as I would love to, because I want to talk about it. But yeah, that's in the can, and we just signed to Relapse, which that'll be announcing, well before this goes out, I'm sure. And yeah, stoked about it. And people can expect that either late this year or early next year.
I was like I don't like I like to dig like into like how was signing a contract with a record label. Like I don't really dig into it. A lot of bands don't try to talk about it for some odd reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it. I don't care. It was cool. We our deal with Prosthetic is we signed a 3 album contract with Prosthetic, and More Insane was the last one that we did for them. And that relationship was great until it wasn't, and it was fine up until the very end. I'm not going to mudsling or anything about them. They were great to us for a long time, but um, with Relapse, we didn't want to rush into it like we did with Prosthetic. We wanted to really take our time, and we had a good feeling about them from the jump. We have been fans of Relapse forever. All of us collectively as a band have enjoyed releases from Relapse and respected them as a label since we were kids. So it was a no-brainer, but we just wanted to make sure everything was right. So we spent like a couple months really going over the fine details of the contract and going back and forth. And it's a process, but it's important that you do those kind of things so you don't regret it later. And I'm glad that we did.
Heck yeah, like it's definitely cool seeing that because like they signed Obituary and Dying Fetus, I believe, don't they?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Obituary might still be unrealized. Dying Fetus is for sure. I can't remember if Obituary's on Nuclear Blast now, but they might still be on Relapse. But yeah, I mean, they've got a fantastic roster of bands.
Oh yeah. So my next question for you, and like I said, you probably get this a lot, is what is a dream lineup if you guys were headlining a dream lineup you could perform with any band, still like say they're retired or still playing to this day?
Ooh, that's a good one. Dream lineup. Well, I would say I would love to play lots of shows with Cannibal Corpse. I mean, that's obvious. If you've heard one note of my band's music, that shouldn't surprise you. Um, Cannibal Corpse would be huge. I would love to play shows with Converge. They have been a band that I've loved since I was a kid, and it would just mean a lot to play any shows with them. Um, I think so. Cannibal Corpse, Converge, Us, and like I guess let's round it out with Spectral Wound from Canada. Just a amazing black metal band from I think they're from Montreal, but yeah, love that band, and I just think that'd be a sick bill.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's cool seeing Cannibal take out the younger bands, especially when they're. I think Paul said they're going on their 40th year next year. It's crazy to think they're still going.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, those guys have got to be pushing 60, and I'm 31, and I feel like I wake up every day like sore from just being alive. So clearly, they've tapped into some spectral magic that I need to be a part of.
Yeah, Paul, I think Paul said it best, like the best way to live in a band is to keep like stay healthy, make sure you like your mindset is mentally good and everything is good at home and everything to keep going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not stressing about stuff that's out of your control is so essential to maintaining your sanity and, having a good working relationship with the other people in your band. We in Undeath, we take our music very seriously and we take the band as an entity very seriously, but we just don't really sweat the small stuff that much. And when it comes to the kind of inconveniences that you might face on the road, like, you know, I can list a million things, but it's just important to just let that stuff roll off your back and just know that at the end of the day, we're doing what we want to do. We're out here playing shows and performing to people and playing the music that we love making and that we love writing. And that trumps everything. So just keeping a good, healthy perspective on stuff is tantamount to sanity.
Oh yeah. Well, how do you like Iowa so far?
It's cool. I mean, I've never been to Iowa City. I've been to Iowa a few times. I've been to Des Moines a handful of times. I think one of the first shows we played out of town, not like in the Northeast, was in Davenport. Um, so yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's a Iowa City's great. It's very I didn't realize it was such a college town. So I was like I was getting like flashbacks when we were driving in here just now. But yeah, it's great. It's a beautiful day. About to play some death metal. Can't ask for much more.
Oh yeah, like you're playing and I love the venue you guys are playing and I've seen Sans Bach play there, which that was
Nice.
absolutely insane because like the way they make people mosh is just like brutal.
Yeah.
Then every time I die, I saw them before. I think it was like their last tour, and it was the fourth day in the tour, and they broke up 2 weeks later.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a shame when that happened. I was bummed about that. They were kind of like, I mean, Rochester's pretty close to Buffalo, so they were sort of hometown adjacent heroes of ours.
Oh yeah, they were definitely like insane. Like it that show was sold out too, and I'm pretty sure you went inside the venue, you've seen how tiny that get
Yeah,
is.
oh yeah. Terrifying.
And I was just like this, like I've never seen I Every Time I Die, and I was like, man, this is the best show I've ever seen here. And like
Yeah.
then I was like looking behind me, and I'm only 5'4", and there's this dude who's like 6'6" behind me, jumping up and down the whole night. And I'm like, dude's literally dry humping my back.
Hey, it's the communal spirit of metal. You got to just accept it and embrace it, I guess.
So my next question for you is there any features you would want to do with any bands, like collab with anybody?
Man, I don't know. I like stuff like that to just kind of be spontaneous. Um, I think the feature stuff is kind of like out of control right now, and I understand why bands do it, and I completely respect it. I'm not about to like shame anyone's game when it comes to that, but for us, I would rather it just be like a natural thing where we're recording and somebody's in town and they come by the studio and then, hey, like you might as well jump on this track or whatever. Like that's kind of how it worked out with Trevor when we had Trevor Sternad on Leashes of a Different Kind. So yeah, I would want it to be a similar thing to that. But if we're ever recording in the same studio as King Diamond and he wants to be on an Undeath song, I'm not going to say no.
I feel like that'd be a legendary moment. Like this, sure, hop in.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would probably retire right then and there.
Oh yeah, like I said, you guys are absolutely killing it right now. And I've been talking to my co-host, which he's at work right now, and I was like, "Hey, we have Undeath today." He was all like this, "I'm at work," and I was like, "Drop work and come on." And he's all like this, if I drop work right now, I'm gonna get fired. And I'm pretty sure you might know who my co-host is, Sebastian Russo from Dripping.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
So shout out to him, and I love him to death. He's been a big influence on keeping the podcast afloat. Because like I took a week and a half off, and he's like texted me back and forth, and I was like, "This." He's like, "We got this." I was like, "I'm on vacation." Then
That's
like
cool.
I feel like being an Iowa boy is different.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm on vacation too right now, I guess. I understand.
But like we've been talking like with everything, like you guys on the East Coast are definitely bringing metal to a new light. I feel like the East Coast is carrying the majority of the weight because I feel like the West Coast right now is very quiet and the Southern region is very quiet and the Midwest is well, the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying that. I can't speak for anybody else, but my East Coast extreme metal music will always be like number one in my heart. So to have any association with it is an honor, and to just be promoting it and uh, putting on for New York and tri-state area and upstate. That's what it's all about. So we just try to represent and have fun while we're doing it.
Oh hell yeah. I like 2 years I move up to Jersey, so I'll be in the East Coast
Oh,
officially.
sick. Hell yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we play nearby Jersey all the time, I feel like. So definitely come by, say what's up.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna be hanging out with Gutter.
Cool. Okay, sick.
Don from Waking the Cadaver, shout out to him. That's a brother from another mother for sure.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
And like I always try to like it's crazy to when you said Davenport, that's where I live. So I
Oh,
was like,
really?
hell yeah.
Yeah, we played I can't remember it was like I think it's Squirrel or something in the name.
Skylar?
Um no, it had kind of a funny name, but it was like a club, and it was a show that we played on our way to a tour with the Black Dahlia Murder. And at that time it was the farthest we'd ever been from home playing a show. And it was cool. I mean, but yeah, that was the first time we had been to Iowa, and I think every other time we've been since has been Des Moines.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to play Davenport or Rock Island, hit me up. I'm friends with a lot of guys who want to promote shows now. Shout out to Big Ham. He just got Devourment. So
Oh, sick. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
because like I tell a lot of people like that's why I share a lot of like bands that people still don't know, and it's just like a lot of people will comment and like this already know this band. I'm like, this is for the people who don't.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like don't comment then.
And like I tell everybody like music is like especially in the metal community because like I grew up in the Davenport where you get metal, rap, and country all mixed into one. And
Yeah,
you see like blood with every freaking genre besides metal. Like metal is the family, like it connects people, I feel.
absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that.
And like I tell a lot of people, like I try to shout out everybody I know because like it's like if you don't support your hometown, who do you support?
Definitely. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's why we do it. And even if I'm talking to somebody who I have absolutely no common interest with besides metal, if we both like metal and like similar styles of metal, then there's like an instant connection right there. You really feel that kind of like communal bond. So it's important to nourish those things.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to see you guys on tour with the Acacia Strain eventually.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We did like 3 or 4 shows with them a handful of years ago on the East Coast. And I mean, they were crazy. Those were some of the most outrageously violent shows I think I've ever played. So hopefully we can run it back sometime and not go to prison.
That's the scary part with the Acacia Strain. Like I tell a lot of people, like that's that band, like especially with Vincent being the front man, like that man has changed so many people's opinions about life and changed
Yeah,
people from like when he was a negative man to a positive man. It
yeah,
tells you you can be positive and still be into metal.
absolutely. I mean, I feel a lot of kinship with Vincent for that reason. Like we get up on stage and sing these songs about killing people and blah blah blah. But I'm like an extremely chill and amicable guy. Like I don't really not a hateful person at all. I tend to be very optimistic and positive about my outlook on things, and I've got healthy cynicism and skepticism when it comes to certain things about life. But for the most part, I would say I'm just chill. It's probably the best way to describe me. So and then, I'm not afraid to show that side of people, that side of myself to people. And I think it throws people off guard a little bit. But yeah, Vincent's an inspiration for everybody like me, I guess, who likes metal, but also likes being kind to people.
Yeah, they're playing here May 1st with the Black Dollar Murder.
Oh yeah, I saw that tour get announced. That'll be sick. With a corpse file too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
I've never seen Corpse File. I'm so excited for that night.
They're sick. We did that Chaos and Carnage tour. They opened it and they were awesome. I tried to catch their set every single night.
Yeah, I think that's my bachelor party.
Oh, great.
And like I messaged Alan from the Black Dollar Murder. I was like, "Are you gonna come out and do a shot with me for my bachelor party?" He's like, "How fucked up are you gonna be already?" I was like, "It depends how drunk they want to get me."
You're kind of in charge of that.
So and so like Alan's a sweetheart. I love those guys to death. Like I've met Brian now when they played in Milwaukee. Even the picture kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies because I'm high off my ass and Brian's looking at me like oh like with that creep face. I'm like, nope, 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 nope.
That just means you got to get another one and remedy the situation.
I'm gonna try, but I feel like because like we talked for a little bit and then like he was all like he came up to our table after that and I'm gonna give him a hard time now. And he went up to me and he's like this that guy about the balcony. I was like, yeah. He's like, he's creepy. And walked away. Like, how do you conversate like that and just walk away?
That's just Brian, man. He's like such a fucking character. I love that guy.
Then like I think I'm interviewing Matt from the Acacia Strain that night.
Sick.
So like
Very cool.
it's a very wholesome moment for me because like I have Vince's signature tattooed on my bicep. So like
Nice.
them coming to my hometown, it's gonna be like a full circle moment. And like I messaged Stu, I'm gonna as much as Vincent wants Pokemon packs, I'm giving him Pokemon packs.
Well, I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
But are you excited for the tour with Crown Magnetar, Archspire, and I forget who else is on that bill?
Mutilation barbecue.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I am. I'm very excited. That starts up in just a couple days after we play here in Iowa tonight. We're spending the next 2 days driving all the way up to Calgary in Canada and meeting up with Archspire and Crowd Magnetar there, and then we're on the road with them for the next 6.5 weeks. So I'm stoked. I mean, we've been playing these last couple shows with Mutilation Barbecue. They're awesome. They're really nice kids, and it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be like a great vibes tour. I'm excited to just hang out and maybe play some death metal music while I'm at it.
Oh yeah, Crown Magnetar are the boys. I love those guys. Dan's a beefy boy.
Yeah, he is cut. He's about to mog everybody on this tour, but I'm excited to see him.
So my next question for you, and it's a two-parter. For young bands that are starting to like play music, what are some advice you would give them? And the second part of the question is, how do you balance home life with tour life?
Okay, advice. I think the number one piece of advice that I would give anybody who wants to try to be in a band full time and get out and do this would be just don't be a dick. I think that just goes such a long way because the world of music, once you kind of like start meeting people in bands and playing with them and meeting whatever it is on like the corporate side of things, managers, agents, promoters, etc. It's so small and you learn really quickly that everybody kind of knows each other. And obviously you shouldn't be a dick to people just because, you should just treat everybody you meet with grace and kindness. But things can come around and bite you so fast. I've seen it happen to so many bands where they go on tour and they're yelling at sound guys every night and they're treating the promoters horribly and they're treating their fans like shit. And then, word gets around and all of a sudden that band is labeled as a problem band and they're difficult to work with and people don't want to go on tour with you and blah, blah, blah. And it's so easy to find yourself in that situation. Thankfully, it's never happened to me. But yeah, I would just say whether no matter who it is, top to bottom, whether it's the people coming to see you, the people booking your show, the people giving you a place to stay, any of it, just from like the top people that you can think of to, anybody else. Just treat everybody you meet with kindness and dignity and respect. And that goes for music and also just life in general. So I guess that's the answer to the first part of your question. I have now forgotten the second part of your question.
How do you balance home life and tour life? Because I know that can be kind of hard sometimes.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's a delicate balance. I think it's a little bit different for everybody. I think the important thing is just finding a situation that works for you and making sure that you're surrounded with people who understand that you have to go do this crazy thing and be on the road for weeks, if not months at a time, playing this ridiculous music and will support you no matter what. And thankfully, I've found myself in a position in recent years where, when I'm not on tour with Undeath, I have a wife who is extremely supportive of me and the band and everything that I want to do. And if I need to pick up some work when I'm home, if I'm like off tour for a long time, I've got like kind of a gig day job thing that's extremely flexible. So I can just kind of hop right back into that when I get home. And that's not going to be the situation for everybody, but for me, that's what I found to work. And I guess I would just say, yeah, make sure that the people that you're with at home are supportive and understanding of the things that you got to do to nourish your spirit and just have fun while you're doing it.
Uh, I think that's all the questions. And if you have any shout outs to any bands or anything at home you want to give a shout out to, go for it.
Yeah, shout out to Rochester, New York, first and foremost, greatest city in the world. Um, that's not true, but I do love it so much. Shout out to the New York Puritans. It's a new band in Rochester that my buddy Skylar just started. Shout out to Who Decides, Rochester Hardcore. Shout out to Order of the Dead, Rochester Death Metal, um, Severed Records, classic Rochester brutal death metal label. Yeah, the whole Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse scenes. There's cool stuff happening there right now and all the time. So keep an eye out for bands and labels coming out of that area.
Heck yeah. Uh, Hopefully when I get into Jersey, we can meet up and like do a part two. And I'll
Yeah,
have Seb with me, hopefully, because our schedules are getting flopped up and like everybody's been on my ass about like, oh, when's the next interview? And kind of hard when you have a co-host that lives in Miami.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely. When you're down there, hit me up. We should definitely link up.
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate the time and I hope you have fun in Iowa. I know I have a few friends going tonight and they're excited to see you.
Sick. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on. This is cool. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Enjoy your night, brother.
You too. Thank you, brother.
The Wild